Okay.
Ain't no lie. Bye bye. That was NSYNC, right? If I remember
Yeah, that was
right.
NSYNC. Yep.
That was
Yep.
the better of the two groups for
Yeah, I
sure.
like NSYNC more than
Especially with
Backstreet Boys. I ain't
how
gonna lie to
how
you.
JT kind of left the
Emerged.
group and blew
Man.
up.
He said, I'm gonna keep and the rest of them really didn't do nothing after
They
that.
didn't do anything, not to that level.
No, not to that extent.
Justin
No.
Timberlake, yeah, he did the damn thing.
Yeah.
All right, coming to you live from the Sit Your Ass Down studios. Welcome to the Me and D
Bobson son.
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
FTA for that ass.
Hey, no Diddy though. It's
no Diddy, no doubt.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Today is January 25th, 2026. We thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir.
We always like to start off by paying some respects. Rest in peace to Phil Goyette, former NHL forward and Islanders first coach, passed away at the age of 92.
Wow.
To Valentino, designer whose gowns made royals and movie stars feel beautiful, passed away at the age of 93.
Ooh, another 90s.
Former Michigan State player and director of hockey operations, Dan Sturgis, passed away at the age of 40. That was
damn, that's
unexpected.
Low. Yeah, that's low.
Shock.
Yep.
Former 49ers quarterback John Brody, NFL MVP and prolific passer, passed away at the age of 90.
Okay.
And Oda Zaremba, 1980s Olympic weightlifting champion who spoke out about doping, dies at the age of 68.
Oof.
So rest in peace
to
those folks.
Couple
so
90s
birthdays being celebrated today on the 25th of January. Patrick Willis, Pro Football Hall of Fame linebacker.
Patrick Willis is cold.
For those 49ers, celebrates. Olympic sprinter Tim Montgomery won an Olympic gold in the 4x100 relay in 2000. Also was part of the Balco scandal. If I remember right, Balco was short for, or the acronym for Bay Area Lab Corporation, something like that.
Balco.
Which also involved Barry Bonds and some other players, that Balco scandal. But I think Tim Montgomery was caught up in that. Mark Schlereth, football guard, won Super Bowl champions with the Redskins and the Broncos. Pro Bowler in 91, 98. Now he's a broadcaster analyst.
Okay.
Celebrates a birthday to Chris Chelios. I used to like that name. Chris Chelios, Hall of Fame hockey defenseman. Won a Stanley Cup in 86 with the Canadiens. Then won another cup in 2002, 2008 with the Detroit Red Wings. He celebrates a birthday. And to Steve Prefontaine, he was a long distance runner in the Olympics in 1972, but he was the first athlete to actively wear Nike shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the first to wear Nike shoes. And then to Billy Andrade, American golfer, 4-time PGA Tour winner, 3-time PGA Tour Champions winner, he celebrates a birthday too. All right, moving on to some sports history.
Okay, little history.
Folks. Little history. In 2025, just a year ago, Australian Open women's tennis, American Madison Keys claims her first major title with a 6-3, 2-6, 7-5 win over two-time defending champion Aryna Sabalenka. In 2020, right here in the Lou, the 65th NHL All-Star Game was held. They had the 3-on-3 tournament. The MVP was David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins.
Pastrnak.
2003 Australian Open's women's tennis. Serena Williams wins her 5th Grand Slam singles title and 4th straight by beating older sister Venus Williams 7-6, 3-6, 6-4 for her first Australian title.
6-4 love.
1999, after an inquiry into a corruption scandal, 6 International Olympic Committee members were expelled. In 1991, St. Louis right-wing Brett Hull scores 2 goals in the Blues' 9-4 win at Detroit. It gave him 50 goals in 49 games, and he became the 3rd player in NHL history with 50 goals in less than 50 games. And in 1974, Ray Kroc, who was at that time the CEO of McDonald's, buys the San Diego Padres team for $12 million.
Ooh.
Now that team is worth billions.
Billions.
So that's our history, birthdays, and paying our respects.
Okay.
What's on tap?
What's the haps with the taps?
What's the hap with the taps?
What's
the taps
down,
with the
dog?
haps? What's on tap?
What's happening?
AFC and NFC title games today. You got the Patriots at the Broncos.
Okay.
Trying to do it without their starting quarterback.
We're going to see.
Bo Nix. We're going to see if they can do it. And then nightcap, you got that Rams at the Seahawks.
Man, now that's it right there. That's
NFC, a game right there. NFC West tilt.
That's the game right there.
That's the game right there.
The game right there.
That's the game. That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA trade deadline is not until February the 5th, but moves are already being made behind the scenes. Teams are jockeying for position, trying to see who might be a good fit to bring onto their team in hopes of winning a title. So got that going on this week. UFC 325 will be this Saturday night.
Oh,
so they went from 324
to 3. They said, "Hey, we're not gonna hold you. Hey,
we got this Paramount Plus deal. If you got Paramount Plus, it's free.
It's free, dog.
Now you don't have to go to pay-per-view to see your UFC fights. And we'll talk about UFC 324 in just a second. But UFC 325 features Alexander Volkanovski.
Okay.
Taking on Diego Lopez. This will be their rematch. And in the undercard, you got Dan Hooker against Benoit St. Denis.
Benoit St.
Denis. I don't think it's as good of a card or as deep of a card as UFC 324, which was last night. Justin Gaethje dominated and pummeled Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy the Baddy looked like he
I stayed up. I like how, because it's on Paramount Plus, seems like they started a little bit earlier.
Yep.
They kept it flowing. The main event started a little bit after 10 o'clock. So it wasn't one of those where you're up to 12 or 1 trying to see the fight. Nah, they handled business, and Gaethje got in there. He pummeled Paddy.
Pummeled Paddy.
Pummeled Paddy.
Who do you think you are? He got into.
He got him.
Sean
O'Malley finally won. I think
got him back.
This was his first win
in a while.
His last 4 fights.
He needed that.
Waldo Cortez Acosta knocked out Derek Lewis. I don't know if you saw that. That was a good fight.
That was a good fight.
Yep, and then Natalia Silva beat Thug Rose Namajunas.
Damn,
that was a good fight. How the mighty have fallen, because just last year, remember, Derek Lewis came to St. Louis and headlined a UFC card.
Did. Yeah.
And he don't look the same, D.
Yeah. He's getting up there. He's 40 years old. Yeah, he's an exciting fighter. He always kind of goes for the knockout. The key with him, if you can just survive like that first round, for real, his conditioning ain't there, and he's not really good as far as like the submission side,
grappling and
stuff like that. He's just throwing them ham hocks out there.
Right.
If you can just get past that, you can. Yeah.
I don't remember him catching Buddy. I really don't remember him really catching Waldo at all.
When I was watching it, because usually he comes out the gate hot. Usually he try to come first round swinging haymakers. I'm gonna try to get that first round knockout, get that bonus, and get out of there. But yeah, Buddy, he weathered the storm. He ain't got the TKO on him, and I was just like, oh, yeah, sorry. I was like, sorry.
Oh boy, slipped. That's what it was. Remember when he slipped? And then he just got mopped up.
It was a wrap.
A wrap.
And a lot of times,
Cortez hesitated. He's down. And he just went to work on him. And oh boy, he was on the mat for quite a while before he finally got up.
Yeah.
He was getting hit with some vicious shots to the side of his head. I'm like, man. Go ahead and call ref, pull him off of him, because this dude has no defense.
None. No defense at all.
UFC 324 was a good card. That was a good card. Good fights. Good too. Say that again.
I said the prelims was good too. I was watching the prelims a little bit too, leading up to the main events, and
I started right at Thug Rose. I came right in on that.
Oh yeah, Thug. That's
Natalia Silva. Now, if she'd have came out from the first round fighting like she fought in the third round, it would have been a total domination. She's good. That little girl is quick, fast.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, she was. She
Because the first
she's very twitchy.
Very twitchy. Because the first round they were just filling each other out, but I was just saying I could just her speed and just her like movement was just very fast, very quick.
Mm-hmm. And those kicks that she can pull off from any angle. She's got a nice look. Yeah, she's got a nice future ahead of her. I think she's gonna get the belt soon.
Yes, yeah.
She'll be trying to get a title.
Chain snatched. You got a chain snatched.
Yeah, took the thuggishness out
Maybe
of
you not
Thug Rose.
Maybe you not a thug. Check it out.
Trick that.
Right.
All right, son. In the leadoff spot.
Okay.
This one is sit your ass down in reverse, meaning I had to get this off my chest right now. I can't wait till I can't wait to the end of the show. I got to tell this person right now to sit his ass down right now. Not now, but right now.
Right now.
Phillip Rivers, man. Come on. You can't just go from being a high school coach to coaching the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in the NFL. So Sean McDermott led the Bills to 8 playoff seasons in 9 years, or playoff appearances in 9 years. Come on, Phillip. You hadn't even been a coordinator. You hadn't even been an assistant coach. You hadn't even been the quarterback's coach for an NFL team. And you're going to take on the Buffalo Bills. You're going to move into that nice, beautiful stadium that we talked about.
Hey, let's cut the chase here. I'm going straight for the gunner. I want to go straight for the juggler, baby. Skip all the mess.
How do you think you can get that job? You only been coaching high school football for 4 years.
Man,
that's not the organization to practice on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, start with
Arizona. Start with Las Vegas.
Yeah.
A nondescript team that's not expected to do the Jets.
Yes. Start with a team that's
get your feet wet. Yeah, but you're moving right from high school
to the Buffalo
one of the
Bills.
best jobs in the NFL. And you really think you're going to be successful? Man, come on, man. Sit your ass down.
I guess he was feeling some type of way because he was like, man, I was on the couch and then I went to going back into the league. He's, hey, I might as well just go straight to the top, baby. I can always interview. What's the worst? They going to say no?
What's the worst? They can say no, but the fact that Buffalo is taking the time to interview him, they need to sit their ass down. That just really tells me you fired Sean McDermott and you didn't have a game plan. You don't have a plan.
Nah, they really don't. And I don't know what it's going to take, man. Buffalo, just in their history since the 90s, you can get a really good team. But ultimately, in the big game, they just cannot get it done.
You went 4 straight years to the Super Bowl. That'll never be duplicated. I don't care who it is. 4 straight?
And you couldn't get one?
You didn't crack one.
Come on, man. That's that. Come on.
I'd have to go back and look at some of the scores. I just remember they played the Cowboys twice.
Cowboys, the Redskins.
One was in the GA when we were down there.
Yeah,
that was like
Cowboys,
90,
lost
91.
to the Cowboys twice. Speaking of the Cowboys, I know I'm late to the party, but I haven't really been watching a lot of TVs. But I started watching that Cowboys documentary. The Makers. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. I was late to the party, but it's actually really good. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I heard it was. Excuse me. I heard it was good. I just don't support the owner, so I'll never go to the party.
I don't either. But there's a lot of just the way it's directed, the way it's produced.
They said it's great. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I mean, they even bring in like other coaches and players. Like they talk about the rivalry with the 49ers in the 90s. How
that was real good.
To the 90s, 49ers was the standard of the best team in the NFC, and it went back to that championship game in 92, that when the Cowboys finally beat them, and they brought in Steve Young and Jerry Rice, and they talk about Charles Haley. Was it?
Charles Haley left the Niners and went to the Cowboys.
Went to the Cowboys.
Deion left the Niners and went to the Cowboys.
It was actually it's really good so far. Yeah, like you said, I don't support the owner, but he started as an oil man. And he was heavily in debt, and he took a chance, and he finally struck oil, and then he bought the Dallas Cowboys, and then it talked about how much hatred he got firing Tom Landry.
Oh my goodness, I remember that vividly. Tom was on the downside of his career, but he was so respected and revered. Like, how could you just come in and fire him? It made me not like Jimmy Johnson for a little bit.
Yep.
Because he was beloved down in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Great coach, led them to some championships, NCAA championships. And I'm like, damn, how'd you all go about doing this? I think he also got rid of Gil Brandt too, who was a long time
the GM.
Yep. And those are the people I knew in the 70s. They were the model of excellence back in the 70s, them and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for you just to let those type of people go, football royalty, so to speak, you just came in and clean house and let them go. I'm like, man, I'm not liking this dude too much.
Oh, man.
And then they start winning. They made that trade with Herschel.
They talk about that. They traded him for 5 players to Minnesota. But the clause was if they release those 5 players, they get 5 first-round draft picks. And they end up getting Emmitt Smith and these other players, and that's what started. I didn't know, because I didn't really know that Troy
and Jimmy was the architect of that. I know we've talked about that before. Jerry Jones, that was not you gave him the money, but Jimmy Johnson was the one that put all that together.
Jimmy Johnson was insane. I didn't know how cutthroat he was. Like super cutthroat. He was not really liked like that. You would think like Jimmy Johnson being a player's coach. Ultimately, he became a player's coach, but starting out, he was so like.
Now he was a player's coach for the stars.
Yeah,
so Troy and Emmett and Michael Irvin. He wasn't hard on them. But if you were just the backup to the backup, if you didn't
bring nothing to the team, he cut you right then and there.
You were getting cut. If you made mistakes in a game and you cost him a game, kind of old boy in Arizona and Jonathan Gannon stole him, you're going to get cut on the spot.
A backup running back fumbled twice in a game that didn't even matter. He cut him right then and there.
He was all about winning.
He was just winning.
And he created that culture. And
it's pretty good
again, Jerry,
I was like, this is actually
you're bringing up some good memories. Some good memories. It makes me want to halfway check it out.
Just check it out.
Maybe I'll just check it out despite Jerry.
Just to spite him.
Because man. All right, son. We'll talk about the NFL coaching carousel. So first off the board, Atlanta hired Kevin Stefanski. Cleveland's still open. Las Vegas is still open, and Arizona's still open. See, Phillip Rivers, I'd be okay if you went to Cleveland. If you want to start your career, you got Shedeur, so you got a quarterback, but you're going right to the top, one of the top teams in the league? No, sir, that's not for you. Ravens hired Jesse Minter late last week.
Good.
I think that's a real good hire.
I think that's real good.
I think he's young. He brings a culture of hard-nosed defense. I think that's a great move. Miami hired Jeff Hafley.
Okay.
I think that's a good move.
That's pretty good.
The Giants hired John Harbaugh, as we all know.
That's good.
Good move for them. Better move for him with the control that he has.
Right.
Because he can go right to the owners. So him and Joe Shane really don't even have to mesh. I got the ear of the owner. I don't have to report to you. I think that's in his best interest. Tennessee hired Robert Saleh. I think that's really a good move.
I think that's really good for Saleh and the team.
I'd prefer him to be in Atlanta with your team, but that's neither here nor there at this point. It's a done deal. Pittsburgh has verbally agreed to hire Mike McCarthy. You went from one Mike to this Mike. I'm underwhelmed by that hire. I thought that job was better suited for Brian Flores.
Me too.
Who was an assistant.
Or even Saleh or something like that.
Yeah, I can see Robert Saleh.
But I prefer to Brian Flores.
Flores just because he had been in the organization when he got with that lawsuit between him and the Dolphins. Tomlin brought him, picked him up, gave him a job, got him going again, and in Minnesota hired him. He turned that defense around. I thought that job was better suited for him. And then Buffalo, we still have an opening, and I really don't know what they're trying to do, D. Like I said, I get it when you need a change and you feel like it's stale and this person really can't get us over the hump. But at the same time, who do you have?
That's what I'm saying. Who's out there
now that's going to – I'm trying to figure out who they're going to possibly bring that can really get you over the hump. It would have to be someone established in the league and that would have winning credentials, in my opinion.
It's either that or it's somebody who's still playing right now. I don't know if he has a desire to leave Seattle, but that Clint Kubiak, I think he would be a good landing spot for maybe that's who I wanted in Atlanta. Is offensive mind. You start fresh, and then if that's what the Bills are trying to do, if it's stale there, you want to get someone younger, someone fresh. You get someone who, like a Clint Kubiak, just to get in there. I think he would bring a lot of good creativity to the offense. Now, you need some talent around Josh so that he doesn't have to do so much all the time. And then when you do need him, he can come and then he can just do his thing.
Through.
Yeah, he can come through, put the cape on. But if he's wearing the cape all damn game,
all day,
eventually it's not gonna be the same. Heavy. The cape then got heavy, dog. But if he's doing it each week, every game, all the way into the playoffs, eventually, bro,
that's tiring. That's tiring.
You need to get you gotta
for
get
real. He can't be everything every week for that team. You need to give him some help.
You got to get him some talent.
And we'll talk about Keon Coleman later on in the show. But going back to Mike McCarthy, he does bring 18 seasons of NFL coaching experience, won a championship in Green Bay. But at 62, D, that's the other thing. He's 62. He's probably going to have the shortest tenure of any Steelers coach.
Yeah.
Just because unless he's coaching well into his 70s, which would mean he'd have to be successful. I see them being okay. I just don't – that's just not the splash I think they needed to follow Mike Tomlin. It's underwhelming. I know he's from Pittsburgh. He knows the culture of the city. He knows what they expect. But I'm just looking at age. I thought that was a job that somebody could be there 15, 20 years like Tomlin. As long as they had success. Yeah. It don't matter who it is. You need a quarterback.
You're right.
That's what you haven't had since Big Ben left. Even during his last couple of years, he was you could tell he was on the downside. He wasn't playing all that well, wasn't all that productive. And Tomlin still managed to have winning seasons. Never had a losing season.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. And they gonna see.
I think they're gonna see. Yeah, we ran this man off for no damn reason,
and still didn't get him some help. Still didn't get that man some help. If you gave that man some talent, if he's getting winning seasons with that type of players,
what he's had,
and you get him some actual talent, come on, man. We talking AFC championships, a couple more Super Bowl appearances, but you didn't get that man no talent, and then you get him Aaron Rodgers. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is in his 40s.
You had a regressing Russell Wilson and a injured Justin Fields. That's nobody. Mason Rudolph as a backup. Will Howard might prove to be okay, but we just hadn't seen anything from him. Because Aaron was there.
He didn't really impress me at Ohio State like that.
I say the same thing. I say the same exact thing.
Yeah, he had a bunch of talent. There was a bunch of talent at Ohio State, so he
had talent around him that made him look good.
That's what I'm saying. He really didn't have to do too much.
He didn't have to do much.
Those running backs, those receivers,
just manage the game and don't mess up.
Just don't mess up, dog. Give it to our stars.
Yep. All right, son. This one's called "We Agree to Disagree." So the votes are in. Expansion will not happen in 2026 for the college football playoffs. It's going to remain at 12 teams at least one more season. Now, where we agree to disagree, the SEC wanted 16 teams and stopped. The Big Ten wanted 16 teams for a couple of seasons and then expanded to 24 teams.
Hell no.
I agree, D. That's just...
What are we
doing? Teams? So we're just going to make this a round robin tournament. Just anybody can look up and win. Once you get past 15 to me, you're starting to get into teams that don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. That's how I feel.
And just because they have a good record in their conference doesn't mean they're the best team out there. We need to see who the best team is. We saw, and then this year was really good at 12 teams.
12 teams was perfect.
Miami, it was questioned if Miami even deserved to be in there. Then they went on a run and ultimately got into the national championship. And then you had the other team, Indiana, who's been the favorite for quite a while. And then they proved that they are the best team. So that's what we want to see. And then you see a couple little upsets, Ole Miss beating Georgia, things of that nature. But I'm not trying to see James Madison and Tulane.
I'm not trying to see Mizzou possibly get in there.
If you
some teams that were average during the season
it's not that
really didn't do anything impressive.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to see blowouts. We want to see some good, compelling
good
football.
Quality games,
yeah, good quality games. And I thought this year's tournament was good.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing, too, again, it's going to be 12 teams, but the addendum for year 2026 is that Notre Dame, which has no conference affiliation, is guaranteed a spot as long as they finish in the top 12 of the rankings. I think that's bull.
Yeah.
Why would you promise them and just say, let's pick a team, Texas, okay? Let's guarantee Texas will be there, or guarantee Georgia's going to be there.
Right.
That's not fair to the rest of the actual teams playing who have a conference affiliation.
They must got that money up there.
Who go through the ups and downs, but their money goes to just them. Notre Dame doesn't share their pot with anyone.
They got some type of pool or something to get that out, because I know we talked about how, what was it the president, or he was
the athletic director was all upset.
He was in an uproar about them not making it and them getting into there. They
probably would have been better than James Madison and Tulane, but the way it's structured, those two teams, those two schools, they made it, and they were part of how the committee laid it out. If you want to be part of that, then be part of the ACC or join the Big Ten. I think that'd be good, just regionally. Join the Big Ten. And then that way you have a real argument for being in the tournament and guaranteed a spot. But you shouldn't, let me take that back. You should not be guaranteed a spot under any circumstances. Your record should dictate. Exactly. So they're going to continue to have these weak schedules and have these wins. I hope they get in there and get blasted, but I don't want Marcus Freeman. I don't want that for him.
Right.
I like Marcus.
We're rooting for you, Marcus. We're rooting for you.
We are rooting for you, Marcus. I'm not rooting for your AD, and I'm not rooting for the fact that you all are just automatically giving that berth over everybody else. That's just not fair. That's just not real.
More than just say it. You're gonna do less than you do it.
Do it. All right, son, we'll move on. A little more college football. All hail King Kurt.
All hail
King Kurt. Curt Cignetti is the hottest coaching commodity in football, college and pros.
Yep.
After he led Indiana to the national crown after only 2 seasons at Indiana University. My thing is, even Lane Kiffin didn't win an SEC title. He was hotter than fish grease for about a month. And Lane hadn't done anything. Curt Cignetti is the man right now. So just think, and we're talking, I brought up Mizzou earlier. Think of the pressure on them. Just any of these schools. This man went in there and in 2 years turned that program around in the Big Ten. Nobody thought much about him, and they've won a natty. And you got some undefeated season, big money for these coaches who hadn't done a damn thing. But I want to focus more on all hail King Kurt, because he went in there, like I said, he turned the program around. Speaking of the game, Indiana won 27-21. Carson Beck had a chance to lead the team down the field, but came up short. D, what were you thinking though in that last drive?
Shoot, I'm like I said, Miami's about to get it done.
Right. But I know you mentioned on our podcast before, you're rooting against him because he left Georgia.
because he left Georgia, and I ain't got nothing against Gunnar Stockton, but Carson Beck is the reason why we had him at Georgia, the reason why he was starting for us.
Did some good things for Georgia.
He did some good things.
I just hate that he left. I'm sure that Kirby could have got him the money that he was looking for.
Right, but the dude's got talent, a big arm. But in my head, I thought he was going to get it done. It looked like they were going to make it happen because he did it against Ole Miss. He's built for those type of moments. Got the swagger. So I thought this is it. This is it right here. It's too much time. The way they were moving down the field, I'm like, here it is right here. This is where. And honestly, that would have been great for him, especially if he's going to enter the draft. This is how you get them extra little sign, that little extra little cheese, being like, hey, I won a national championship. Drove our team down the field. I got that dog in me. If you need a quarterback in the in that clutch time to get you down the field.
Yeah, I got that clutch gene in
the tape. I've done it. I've done it at this level. I can do it at that level. But I thought he was about to get it done.
And then he became Carson Beck that we all knew he could be.
And then he turned into Sid from Ice Age. They said he looked like the little squirrel from the little, was that the sloth? He looked like the sloth from Ice Age.
Hey, he always looks like he needs a nap or he's about to cry.
Yeah, like he always got this.
What happened? You okay?
Right.
Little boy, you okay?
Man, it's either look, like you said, he look tired or he just look wired, or I don't know if you're tired or wired or both.
I don't know what you done smoked. You a fatty?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Trying to get to the natty. And
you either look strung out or you're having a hangover. I can't.
You lost your best friend. I know him and one of the Cavender twins broke up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's their last name, Cavender. The two twins from Miami.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I know. Yeah, I didn't know they was here. I didn't know they was here doing that.
Yeah, he was dating one of them, but they broke up prior to. I don't know if it was not like directly prior to. But
he lost the game and then she broke up with him.
No, he lost her before the game, so he had a rough probably few weeks after that one.
That's hard to focus. Shoot.
Credit to Fernando Mendoza. He played a tough game.
Yeah.
They were taking cheap shots at him. I mentioned that when we were watching it during the Monday night wrap-up show. Out right now. Don't forget to watch that.
Yeah, please.
Monday night wrap-up show. But
great show.
They were just putting some cheap shots on him. There was a couple of times that the referees definitely should have called roughing the passer, unsportsmanlike conduct, and they didn't do it, but they sure got that one with Carson. And he did get nailed, though. And I think that might have affected him in that last drive, too, because he got rocked. I don't know if you remember that in the game, but he was like, they said he claimed that his ears were ringing after the game. He got hit so hard. Yeah. So that might have affected that throw because he was way off. That joker just sailed right to the cornerback.
Probably blurry.
I think his name is Sharp.
He could not focus. He's probably seeing double out there, triple.
Good game. Nice job, Indiana.
It was a real good game.
Nice job. All hail Kirk Cignetti. All right. This was called 81 on the 22nd. The 20-year anniversary of Kobe Bean Bryant scoring 81 points against the Toronto Raptors was this past Thursday, and I just wanted to pay homage to the Bean.
To the Bean. Rest in peace
to the Bean.
81 points is crazy.
It was a 122-104 game, so it's not like it was like a blowout. Kobe scored 81 points on 28 field goals, 7 free throws made, 13 3-pointers. He scored 26 points in the first half and 55 in the second half.
Damn.
Oh, boy, got hot.
You talk about, boy, I'm talking about putting in some
he work. Put in work.
Like, put in work. Like, when you talking about I'm feeling it, like, bro, give me the ball, get out the way. I got this. I wonder how
sore his knees and ankles were after that game, D.
That's a lot of shit. Bro, scoring 81 points, dog.
And I think it was 28 of 46 shooting. I meant to have the actual how many shots he took or he attempted. I think it was 28 for 40 something.
No one else is getting the ball.
You can't. When you're scoring 81 of the 122, so there's only 41 more points being scored. He's definitely feeling it.
In the zone. You talk about locked in, zoned in. Dude, get out of my way.
Move. I got this. For real.
I got this.
You, if I miss, rebound and kick it back out to me.
Because I still got it. I'm talking about, that is crazy. Kobe Bean.
But that's
what he practiced for. He was that type of player. It was no surprise to him. Shoot, I'm sure he was like, man, I'm trying to go for 100. Like,
right. I'm trying to get Wilt's record if I can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably, the funny thing is, he was like, damn, only got 81. I should have got 91. If I would have just did this a little bit more. Yeah, I would have got that 100. He was probably disappointed in his effort. That's how much of a perfectionist he is, and just that Mamba mentality, man.
That Mamba mentality.
Rest in peace to the Bean, man.
Rest in peace, Bean. But yeah, I did want to bring that up. The 20th anniversary of the Bean scoring 81. And the thing about this one is we saw it and we can relive it. Nobody saw Wilt Chamberlain's 100. Right. That's just a myth. that's a mythical story. That he's got the sign holding up 100. But man, I can write that and act like I scored 100. Man scored 100 in his
Right.
upcoming
That's what I'm
game.
saying.
But
We need some.
we got this on tape. It's on wax. We got
That's
this
on
one.
wax.
We got history to back this one up. The second highest scoring game in the history of the NBA. Rest in peace to the Bean.
Well, wasn't Jalen Rose guarding him or something?
Yeah, but he only scored. I heard the stat the other day. He only scored 18 on Jalen.
Okay, on Jalen Rose. Yeah, okay. I'm about to say whoever was guarding
was like, hey, when you're guarding one of the best, you're gonna have one of those nights when they get you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he's think about it. If you're guarding one of the greats, you're gonna got almost every night. You know, depending on who you're guarding. He said that's typical. 18 points. That's nothing. He said, but everybody else has to share in that.
Yeah, he said it wasn't just me.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. It was a team effort.
It was a team effort.
He beat all of our asses that night.
For real.
81. Rest in peace, Bean. Kobe Bean. Who got the call to the Hall?
Who's calling my phone? Who's calling it? Who's calling it?
Who's calling it? Carlos Beltran got the call to the Hall, and Andrew Jones.
Andrew.
Yeah, they both got in, D. I was happy for Andrew, especially the fact that one of the things that people point out is he has the lowest batting average of any Hall of Famer, but the man did hit 434 home runs. He drove in 1,289 runs. 10 straight gold gloves for the Atlanta Braves.
Yep.
There was no better fielder, outfielder, infielder, period, that was doing it at that level. And then the Beltran, he got 84% of the vote. He also has 10 gold gloves to show for it. He hit 279 during his career. He almost got 3,000 hits. He had 2,725. He hit 435 homers. Drove in 1,587 runs in his career. So we're getting to the point now, though. It's going to be harder and harder for players to get in, I think. I think you're going to have some very extraordinary
some outrageous
numbers.
Stats. Yeah. It's going to be.
It's starting to get to where it's almost watered down. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Carlos or Andrew Jones. I think they're both Hall of Famers. But I think we're getting to the point where you're starting to get to the Hall of very good and not great.
Hall of, yeah. I know what you're saying. Like,
when you say the name, oh yeah, he's a Hall of Fame. He or she is a Hall of Famer. You don't even have to think twice about it. You just hear the name. You don't have to see the stats. You can go to the memory bank. Oh yeah, he, she, because you got Hall of Famer.
Yeah, if a player's still playing and you already, as soon as he retires, he's in the Hall of Fame. That's how you know they're in the Hall of Fame. Like a Mookie Betts. Aaron Judge, I think would be a Hall of Fame. Mookie Betts.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mookie, and I think you said somebody after
Aaron Judge.
Oh, Aaron Judge for sure. With the way he's
probably Ohtani if he can.
Ohtani, he'll have to play
a little bit more. He got to get some stats. He got to get some.
He's been in the league though. What? I want to say 8 years.
Yes, yeah, I'm about to say it's going on. 2018.
First few years with Anaheim, Los Angeles, but he won MVPs with them. He's winning MVPs with the Dodgers.
Now he's winning championships.
Won back-to-back championships. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer now. If he retired right now, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's doing stuff right now that we haven't seen since back in the day when the players being good at multiple positions.
I think, like you said, those are probably the few. Freddie Freeman will be borderline for me.
Yep.
With the way he can hit, the way he gloves. If he reaches 3,000, which he's not far off. I think he's 3 seasons away from getting the 3,000 hits.
If he stays healthy.
I think you're going to have close to 2,800 hits so going forward to be considered a Hall of Famer, or it depends on what else you do. But now he's got 2 championships with the Dodgers, one with the Braves. I think, there's going to be a good case for Mr. Freddie Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the folks who got the call to the Hall.
Wish we had him back.
Yeah, I like Freddie.
Yeah, I like Freddie
with the Braves.
One of the main reasons why we won.
This was called Down and Out and Done, son. Moving on to the NBA talk. Jimmy Butler, man, went out with an ACL injury, and the Golden State Warriors are done, son. Because between his contract, Steph's age, and Draymond's age, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's probably started with
it's even hard watch, D. I mean, I watched them for the first time the other night when they played Dallas because they were going up against Cooper Flag and that team. And they played well till Draymond gave the game away doing his idiotic stuff. It was a 3-point game late in the fourth quarter. He gets a foul, and then they examine it, and it's a flagrant because he's actually jabbing at old boy, almost hit him in the stomach with his elbow. He's being extra. Then he gets to arguing with the refs again. Of course, they're gonna tee you up. Then it's
the same. It's the
same Draymond. It's the stupidity
same stuff, man.
He's got to go, D. I know I keep saying it.
Hey, you got to go, bro.
You have got to go.
Yeah, I think honestly, he should just go ahead and just retire. I'm not saying that he can't still play. I'm sure he's still healthy enough in a shape that he can play. But as far as just like the antics, I don't think if you go to another team, it's gonna be. You're really just gonna probably just hurt your career, and
you're gonna tarnish your image.
You're gonna tarnish your
image you have that's positive.
You're not gonna get the type of no one's gonna really pay you the type of money that you've already seen at the height of where you've been, and you already got an outlet to where you can still be relevant and continue to make some money with your podcast.
TNT, not TNT now, but he was with the Inside the NBA crew.
Yeah,
he made some inroads there.
Do some analysis. I think that
you got a nice
character
future in the media for sure,
right?
But it's about time to sit down now. The other thing too that troubles me is Steve Kerr is talking about probably retiring after this year. This is the final year of his contract. And if he gets an extension, he's going to want them to retool the team. Yeah, I'm not staying around just to start losing, tarnishing his image.
Now you're going to start tarnishing because Steve Kerr's a winner. Everywhere he goes, he's won. So he's used to winning. So that the biggest thing for a winner, if he starts losing, I'm not going to be here for this. I'd rather just not just be a part of it.
I'd rather just leave it. Yeah.
I'd rather just leave. Unless you guys going to just revamp the team, which it looks like you're going to have to revamp
the team. They're going to have to be relevant again. Yeah. And then especially with Steph's last few years, you got to go. I know they keep talking about it, but I don't think they have enough chips to get Giannis. I think he wants to team up with Steph. They don't have enough players, though, that at least if I were Milwaukee ownership or front office management, you'd have to almost give me the whole team. So
for real.
Just so I can have some assets to be able to say, okay, this is why we gave up Giannis, but they don't have enough to do anything. You have to get probably 2 or 3 teams involved just to make a move to get Giannis in Golden State. So I don't see that happening. That's the other thing. I meant to bring this up, talk more in depth about Giannis, how just his antics in Milwaukee just tells you he's over them.
He's done, son. He's ready to move.
Yeah, he's done, son. He's booing the fans, telling them if they don't like what's going on with him, and he's tired of it.
Yeah,
it's worn thin. They're not putting anything around him.
Yeah, and that's another one. He's trying to still win some more championships. He got the one.
He's young enough. Yeah,
he's young enough. But that was a good team. They had some Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. They had some good pieces around him to win that, and that was a good time for him to win. And he's still young. He still wants to continue to win somewhere. And it's just getting old in Milwaukee for him. He wants to go somewhere else and try to.
He wants to go, and he deserves to go somewhere else.
Yeah, make a real run.
Like we said before, though, why did you wait till the season started before you start chirping? You could have done that during the summer when everybody had some options, and you probably could have
made a good deal. We got time to make a deal. Like you said, you wait till now. Damn shit, we're getting close to the playoff time now, brother. Well, after the All-Star, we're getting approaching the All-Star game, and we really could have just had something going now. It's kind of a little bit too late. We scrambling.
Too late.
Yeah. Unless you do what Jimmy Butler does, and you do so many antics to where you ultimately
suspend
just get your
you
way.
And just make a trade for you.
Make a trade for you.
Look how that turned out now. It was good last year, and they made a nice run in the playoffs. The Warriors did, but he won't be back for another year. So
especially
so that's just gonna be another waste of Steph's career. So, all right, we'll move on. This one's called The Gloves Are Off. The honeymoon is officially over. It's been rumored. So, apparently, an ESPN full-length story by Baxter Holmes pointed out that there's some acrimony between Jeannie Buss and LeBron James's camp. So, she thinks that LeBron wasn't grateful enough for them drafting Bronny. She thought that they should have gotten a little bit more credit, which I can see that. I don't know where you would say that, how that comes up in conversation, but apparently it's just some bickering back and forth, and even possibly talks of them trying to move him.
Bronny or
trade
LeBron?
Deadline. LeBron.
I think it probably goes back to probably a little bit when they traded AD. And without his acknowledge, well, they didn't really have to acknowledge it, get his input, but I think he felt some type of way when they traded AD.
I think he found out after the fact.
Yeah, and now I don't know if it's just editing and stuff like that, but there's clips of not him and Luka beefing, but they're not really meshing like that. The Lakers are trying to build towards their future. Luka, Austin Reeves, and then trying to find a nucleus with them.
Pieces around Luka.
Put pieces around them, Luka, and not necessarily LeBron. And LeBron, you really can't be mad. I don't know who Jeannie, but did she want credit for drafting? I guess they were saying they want LeBron to be a little bit more grateful that they
if we hadn't done it, it probably wouldn't have got done.
Right. Type deal.
You just don't appreciate it as much as we think you should.
Right. But I mean, damn. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, what's the man supposed to do? Send you flowers every week?
Yeah, but you guys make that decision. Like I get they did a favor for him because they definitely did a favor for him.
Bronny, he definitely influenced the move.
Bronny, right now he's not really bringing nothing to the team. I'm just saying, you're not really bringing nothing to the team.
We did try to give him a little bit of credit.
Yeah,
but he don't even look like the 55th pick in the NBA.
Now, different if you're like averaging 12 or 15 type deal, or you look real comfortable in that offense, and you're like, okay, he actually has a high ceiling, great potential. Like he can actually do something, but
he looks lost.
When he doesn't look like it. Technically, you should still be in college right now. Now, if you were dominating,
you definitely
in college,
should be in the G League permanently.
Yeah, just and there's nothing wrong with that because you're not
ready.
You're not ready right now. Now, you'll dominate in the G League.
There's a lot of players in the G League that develop their game, and then when they get called up, like you say, they average 12 to 16 points a game, and you see the progression and you can see the growth. I'm not seeing any growth.
I'm not seeing anything. And maybe LeBron should be a little bit more thankful because they did you a favor. Like
they did you a huge favor.
There's nothing about Bronny that really was like, okay, yeah, let's get him in the second round. They really did that to, you got your son with you, history and all that, blah, 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 blah. But Jeannie Buss, shoot, y'all didn't have to do that either. Nobody make you do that.
No. And I think she's bitter too, how but they allowed it. Like you said, that makes me go back to you let him do certain things. Like he got a Darvin Ham fired and he pushed to get JJ Redick hired, which hasn't been a bad move, but you let him have that kind of control. You didn't have to let him have that kind of control. Because when he wanted to do that in Miami, Pat Riley wasn't having it. Pat Riley put his foot down and said, no, this is how we're going to do things.
You're the player, bro.
Yeah, you're the player. I'm running this.
I make the decisions.
I make the decisions. Here. You can have a little bit of input, but you're not going to have the kind of control that you want. I know that was one of the reasons why he left and went back to Cleveland, because he could somewhat control the situation. But yeah, it seemed like the honeymoon is over. They're getting closer to the end of that relationship than ever before. So. Yeah. And then this was called In What Country? Because he keep throwing out these rumors that Anthony Davis may be involved in a blockbuster trade before or at the deadline. To where, D? The Chinese league? What players are out there that you can do a blockbuster trade for injured Anthony Davis, who's hurt again?
It's really not a blockbuster trade anymore.
No.
The man just stays hurt. He just stays hurt. Every part of his body is fragile. And then it's probably nothing he can really do at this point. And it's not really a blockbuster trade anymore.
No. Because what players could you involve to put to trade for him?
I'm not trading superstar of mine for Anthony Davis. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that he can't still play. I'm not saying that he doesn't have the talent. I'm not discrediting what he's done and what he probably could still do. But the thing is, he's not on the court.
Right.
You can talk about, oh yeah, he's this, he's that, he's that. Does the man play? Can he play? Can he give me a full season?
No.
Can he even give me a half a season? Even when he's on the court, he's not dominating.
No. He's not the AD of 5 to 8 years ago.
Yeah,
maybe.
Like even with when he first got to the Lakers, he's not that AD, and then he's not the AD for sure when he was with the Pelicans, like MVP AD. Mm-hmm. Like he can still play defensively, he can still block shots, but I don't know.
He can make an impact, but it's just not gonna be long. It's not sustained.
No,
and you can't build a team around him. But then I just look around the league. What blockbuster move would you make for a player that's injured all the time? You're not giving up a superstar to get him.
No.
There's no trade there is no blockbuster trade. And I did want to bring this up. We didn't talk about it last week, but man, how did your boy Trae Young end up in Washington with the Wizards? Of all places,
hey,
that's where you go for your career to die. Hey. You don't thrive in Washington.
I don't know what, and because honestly, it's probably because it had a lot to do with him. He wanted out of Atlanta so bad. But the thing is, bro, you went to a worse team.
You went to a worse team to get out of there. They wanted him out of there as well. He was not meshing. You had brought this up a couple weeks ago that when he came back off the injured list, that he wasn't. They go 2-8, 2 and something.
Yeah, bro. It was a losing.
It was 2 and something ugly.
I think we split like the first 4 games when he came back. We were like 2-2, and then we had lost 6 straight after that. And when I was watching the games, you can just tell the players are not met. When he was injured, oh man, you seen some fluidity.
Ball was moving.
The ball was moving. Ricochet, Jalen Johnson, you got other pieces moving. Everyone's getting. There's no selfish ball, but when he comes there, I don't know what the word is, but he stagnated the offense. Thank you. Yeah. He stagnated the offense to where they're looking for him, and you could tell he's not really the leader you want in the locker room. He seems very diva.
Yeah, he's a diva. Yeah,
it's
all about me.
Temper tantrum. Oh, I didn't get enough shots, or he's pointing fingers instead of pointing a finger at him. So the fact that he ended up in Washington was almost like, bro, you want to be traded, right? There you go. That's the best option for you. You ain't gonna get traded to no contender.
Yeah, they say his first choice was Minnesota, but Minnesota was like, we're not giving up any pieces for Trae Young because he doesn't make us better. He doesn't. And then I think they circled back around and he said, I'll just go to Washington. And they made a trade with him. And they said it was perfect because of his salary and the fact that he's looking for an extension. It works for them dollar-wise. But, man, what are you going to do? And I meant to look up his stats. Is he balling in DC? Is he doing anything? You don't see him on any highlights, but that's for damn sure.
I ain't seen him in no highlights, especially after last year. We were talking about him almost got snubbed for an All-Star.
Right.
And then he gets injured this year. I knew he was a problem when we got DeJounte Murray because I like DeJounte. I like the way he played.
Yeah, he plays.
His hustle mentality, play both ways. However I can contribute to getting the win, I'm going to do it. Whether I got to take the lead or I help someone else, he's that type of player. And then I thought it was going to work with him and Trae, but you could just tell it was not meshing. And then that's when we realized, okay, Trae's the problem. Right. Trae's the problem. You never want to, especially with your superstar, you don't want to give him up. But then you look at it and say, man, when we're playing better without our superstar on the court, that's when you just realize, okay, yeah, it's
kind of like what Trae. The Lakers did when they were making their way without LeBron.
And LeBron's the problem.
And he comes back, and Luka's looking for him, like you said, try to give him the ball and let him work his way into the offense.
Because I don't want LeBron to throw no temper tantrum and start trading folks. But, yeah, Luka, you're safe. But
Washington of all places.
There's no way that Washington is going to make a leap for anything. It hasn't been. That's a snake bit organization in the NBA.
Is. Like, look what it did to Bradley Beal's career. We thought he was balling, in which he was putting up good numbers, but then you put him on a different team, and it's like everything he knew how to do, he lost it. He forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, poor Trae. Watch what you wish for, man.
Man, I'm telling you, good luck.
You can put up some good numbers, and at some point, a couple seasons down the road, you can get with a contender. But right now, you're in NBA purgatory.
Yeah, you're in no man's land.
No man's land.
The best thing you can really do is try to, like you said, is just improve your game, get healthy, and
maybe somebody will trade for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. All right, son. Pops' pop culture question of the week.
Pops' pop culture question of the week.
So you mentioned a couple episodes ago that you saw the movie Sinners, and I don't know if you saw they were nominated for 16 Oscars, setting a new all-time record for the most nominations for a single film. It broke the previous record of 14, which was held by All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. My question for you, D, is of the other 9 movies nominated for Best Picture, have you seen them? And I'll go through them real quick. One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Begonia, F1, Hamnet, The Secret Agent, and Train Dreams. I've only seen parts of F1.
I haven't seen none of those. I ain't seen none of those. Mainly because now,
well, at least you can say you saw one of the movies nominated.
Yeah. Especially now, it's tough to be watching movies. Just there's so much stuff to do, and man,
I
so
can't
much
tell you the last
do.
time I just sat down and watched a movie.
Man,
I watch a series because that's
real quick,
45 minutes to an hour, depending on if there's commercials in there. I'll watch a game, but most of the time it's in the background.
Yep.
But to just sit down and devote 2 hours to a movie.
And now movies are 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I
got shit to do. I can't.
Sir. Hey, we got podcasts to produce.
We got podcasts.
We got apparel to put out.
Apparel. Don't forget your merch. Old school logo in the building.
Yeah, I like your
merch. Yeah, this is one of the OG ones. But just with everything going on, I don't have time to. Now listen, the only time I get to is if I'm sick or something like that. Right, if I'm sick and I'm down bad and I physically can't do nothing, then that's the only reason why I watch Sinners, because I was having those muscle cramps and I really couldn't get off the couch. And and then we talked about it when when the 49ers were facing Seahawks and that game just got out of hand. I was like, well, let's just throw on Sinners. Let's watch something else. And that's when we watched it. But yeah, just to sit down and just okay, we're gonna watch this movie for 2.5 hours.
You just dedicate 2.5 hours to that movie.
And it better be a good movie too, because I'm gonna be mad.
None of these sound good to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now F1 was pretty good. What I did see.
That's what
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt and
name from Snowfall.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll have to watch that.
What's his name? Idris something. Something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He was
Franklin. Yeah.
Just no Franklin is in it.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein, how many more ways can you do a Frankenstein movie?
I was just like, now I'll try to watch F1. F1, that sounds pretty good. And who the cast is, because that's why I watch Sinners. I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan. So I like that. And then also, Franklin, F1, and Brad Pitt. Let me get to what's
Frankenstein, Begonia, Hamnet. I didn't know Hamnet was supposed to be Hamlet's brother. Okay. You can miss me with that one. But son, I've seen none of those, and I just saw parts of one of
them. Damson Idris.
There you go.
Damson
Idris. Yeah.
Damson Idris.
Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
AKA Franklin.
Brick by brick.
Yeah.
I gotta finish. I didn't finish that series at all.
No, I didn't either. But
I didn't finish it.
Watch the first few series. Franklin was that man, though. He was that dude.
He was us.
Time for our pops, flops, and props.
Pops, flops, and props.
Oh, those pops, flops, and props. Who you popping tonight?
Pop's gonna go to big games today. We're gonna find out which 2 teams are gonna be headed to the big game. The
Superb Bowl.
The Superb Bowl. So I'm excited to see the AFC Championship. Even with the circumstances in that one, I hope it's still just a competitive game.
We both really picked Patriots in that one.
Yep. And then I'm looking forward to the nightcap, the Seahawks, Rams, trifecta, Thriller in Manila, the third match, third time in the championship. I'm excited to see about that, but I'm excited to see who's going to go to the Superb Bowl.
We picked Seattle in that one.
Yeah, pick Seattle in that one. That's going to be a good.
Should be a good game.
That should be a good. The last two
should be a good game. All right, mine's gonna go to all hail King Kurt Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers for capturing their first CFP championship. Who you flopping, son? Who you flopping?
Flops is going to go to the University of Miami. They had a shot to win that one, and they had a good chance to it.
They
just didn't go in their way. Yeah. Also, Flopsco Patty the Batty. All the hype around him. All the hype around Patty the Batty.
Was pummeled.
It looked like he got hit by a bat.
He got hit
Justin Gaethje put it on him.
He did.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah,
he was nonstop too.
Oh yeah,
Gaethje just kept coming. He did not respect Patty's power at all. He got clipped a couple times, and he just kept coming. Damn,
he's okay. That was
all you
shot?
got.
Okay, right. Cool. I got you.
I'm gonna run you down.
Said I've been hit harder. I've been hit way harder than that and fought. So this is gonna be a long night for you.
All right, my Fops are gonna go to the NFL and the owners if they pass on Brian Flores as a head coach, especially when you had 10 openings. Man. You gonna tell me this dude didn't deserve at least one of them? Now there's a shot. There's still 3 openings, but as of right now, it's just not looking good for him. And I'm like, come on, man. There's got to be some collusion behind this.
It's definitely some collusion
behind the scenes. There's something going on. Who you propping, son? Who you propping?
Props is going to go to the University of Indiana, winning a national championship. Man, to take that program within the 2 years to be in one of the best teams that we've seen, fundamentally coached, just very the players, impressive. Just very impressive to turn that, especially of Indiana University of all all schools,
a basketball
school, and turn it into a football program. That football program is, man, that's
and a winning football program.
Didn't lose not one game. So yeah, I definitely had to give props to Indiana University.
I like that. My props is gonna go to the NBA action starting to heat up.
Yeah,
I watched about 5 games this week, and I'm ready to see which teams are for real.
Me too. Yeah, I'm locking into some basketball now.
OKC do what they're supposed to do or what we expect them to do. They've come back to earth a little bit, but they still look to be the best team in the NBA so far.
I want to see what Houston does. KD with Houston,
man,
that team is
they
heating up
Detroit the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I mentioned it early in the season. I was saying it looked like KD had lost a step, but he's found it. That dude's shooting from all over the court, and he's shooting well. KD's playing very well. I hope he stays healthy so we can see what they do in the playoffs. Playoffs. All right, son. It's that time. I still got somebody to tell. So I know I had it in reverse and told somebody early, but it's that time of the podcast where we tell someone to sit your ass down. Man. Sit your ass down. Please. And thank you. Man, who you telling, son?
My sit your ass down is going to go to the Black Beast, Derek Lewis. Man, I'm telling you, dog, sit your ass down. I know you can still, you still making that cheese and we still got to put food on the table for our families, but damn, bro. It's not looking good.
Be on the main card anymore.
Can't be on the main card and getting punked like that. Damn. I was like, bro, you need to go ahead and sit your ass down after that fight because, bro, you can't be that big just getting knocked around like that. Doesn't really look like you progressed or evolved. You didn't add. Doesn't really look like you add nothing into your game.
No.
And I think he's on the verge of retirement himself. But before it gets too bad, go ahead and sit your ass down. Just so we can still remember you. Just the highlights that we do remember you of being that knockout artist. I think it'd be best suited for you to go ahead and sit your ass down and retire. Go off and get a win, get you a win. Still get on the main card, but I think after this year, you should probably go ahead and sit your ass down, man.
Damn.
He's 40.
I agree with that.
40, you can't still be fighting in your 40s, man. That's different.
And especially if you're losing. You're just taking punishment for no reason.
You're just taking some years off your life, man. Come on now.
It doesn't look like he's really training all that much either. It's just like I'm getting in the ring and I'm trying to knock you the F out. And if I don't,
I'm getting knocked the F out.
But he's getting knocked the F out.
He's getting knocked out, man.
Man, all right. Good one, son. Mine's going to go to Bills owner Terry Pegula, who's a billionaire. But he played Keon Coleman in public. He talked about the man, said that it wasn't their decision to draft him. It was more Sean McDermott and the coaching staff wanted him more so than the newly promoted president, Brandon Beane. So don't blame Brandon because Keon's not living up to what he should be as a player. And I'm like, that stuff stays behind closed doors. You don't air that out in public. You don't. That's not for the public consumption. And man, you just threw him under the bus, ran the bus back over him, and ran it over him again. Why would you call out a second-year player like that? He didn't lose the game. Yeah, he probably didn't come up with the catches that you wanted him to come up with. Maybe he hasn't been as spectacular as you all thought he would be or wanted him to be. But that just wasn't the time and the place to throw that man under the bus, especially if you go back and listen to the press conference. Nobody even brought up Keon Coleman in those terms. He brought it up himself and chose to throw that man under the bus. Now, if I'm Keon Coleman, man, I want to be traded.
Yep.
Because if this is how you feel about me, why do I want to be in this organization? So, yeah, Terry Pegula, sit your ass down. You've done some great things in Buffalo. Obviously buying the Bills, keeping them in Buffalo, bought the Sabres. He's got some other ownership ties in that area doing big things, helped them get that new stadium. But this wasn't the move, man. You should have just kept your mouth shut on this one. Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass down.
All right, son, man, we chopped up a lot today. Loving it, enjoyed it. As we always say, don't forget your merch.
Don't forget your merch.
Apparel. It doesn't have to be our stuff. We're working on a project now that kind of out of the norm that we typically do. But we take on all projects. We're going to get the job done for you. And if you need your own merch for your own company, your own business, whatever the case may be, if you want to be on here with us, get at us. You want to be part of Standing on Business. If you're a business owner who wants some more exposure, wants to explain what you do, reach a different audience, yeah, come on here with us. We'd love to have you. We love to help promote new business or old business, just business, period. And just talk about, like you say, those principles, mindsets of what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So, yeah, we got a lot going on, and you can always join us if you want to. And we can't thank you all enough, and we appreciate you for listening and watching the Meat and D
Pops and Son
podcast.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass.
For that ass. All right, son, tell them.
Hey, y'all. But until next time. We gonna holla at y'all, man. Y'all stay warm out there, man. Stay warm
and stay off.
It's cold out here, baby.
Yeah, it is cold, and we got a lot of snow. Let's give you a good opportunity to listen and watch the B&D.
Absolutely. You snowed in, shoot. You might as well go ahead and tune in.
Tune in.
You snowed in, go ahead and tune in to the show, baby.